Bill O'Reilly here, Wednesday, September 25th, 2019. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening today in America. House Democrats officially open an impeachment inquiry against President Trump. Joe Biden says removing the president may be necessary. Iran says it may compromise. Bernie Sanders says billionaires should not exist in America. San Francisco residents place boulders to block the homeless. Also coming up, my message of the day, what is really going on with this Ukraine controversy? But first, Speaker of the House Pelosi officially opening impeachment proceedings against President Trump. Top Democrat caving to months of pressure from far-left lawmakers demanding she investigate the president for a series of controversies, the latest involving a phone call with the leader of Ukraine. More on this coming up in my message of the day, where you will get the real story. Former Vice President Biden also calling for impeachment. The Democratic frontrunner telling reporters Congress has no choice but to remove Donald Trump from the White House because of his phone call with the president of Ukraine. However, Mr. Biden does not yet know what happened on that call, so it's politics. Iranian President Rouhani saying he has no plans to talk with American officials during the annual meeting of world leaders at the United Nations in New York City. But Rouhani says his country may be open to accepting a new nuke deal if sanctions are lifted. Senator Bernie Sanders introducing his new wealth tax on the richest Americans, saying billionaires should never exist in America. Sanders' proposal would seize 50% of a billionaire's assets over a 15-year period, using those funds to provide universal health care, child care, free college, and affordable housing. That's how socialism works. Seize and spend. San Francisco now installing boulders and other devices to block the homeless from creating tent cities on local streets. One neighborhood organization collected more than $1,000 to purchase and transport the giant rocks. Locals saying they were forced to take matters into their own hands because police are not responding to their calls. There is almost anarchy on the streets of San Francisco. Someone tell Michael Douglas. In a moment, what is really going on in the Ukraine deal? Millions of Americans have been diagnosed with cancer or a serious illness. If you are one of them and money is a problem, you're not alone. It's simple. If you own a life insurance policy of $100,000 or more, then Life Guide Partners can evaluate your coverage for free to see if you qualify for cash now when you need it the most. Be ready to take down this number. If you own a life insurance policy of $100,000 or more, and you are living with a serious illness, then Life Guide Partners can evaluate your coverage free to see if you qualify for cash now. So write this number down, 1-888-GUIDE-50. Totally free to call. Get rid of those insurance premiums. Stop paying them. Consider turning that life policy into cash. The number again, 1-888-GUIDE-50. 1-888-484-3350. 1-888-GUIDE-50. Call now. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day, the real story involving President Trump, Nancy Pelosi, impeachment, and the Ukraine. So stay with me here. It's a little bit complicated. Ever since he was elected president, Donald Trump has believed that the Obama administration actively undermined his presidential campaign, and that continued up until his inauguration. Mr. Trump points to August 2016, when President Obama was alerted to the fact that Russia was trying to intrude on the presidential election. But Mr. Obama did not say anything after that intelligence briefing. I chronicle all of that in my new book, The United States of Trump. Well, after his election, Donald Trump found out that Barack Obama did not alert him or his campaign that the Russians were trying to break into it. And therefore, Mr. Trump harbors a grudge to this day. Enter Joe Biden. Donald Trump now knows that the former vice president, while he was in that position, helped his son, Hunter, make millions of dollars. That happened in two places, China and Ukraine. So now Donald Trump is facing an election for the presidency, and his opponent may be Joe Biden. Enter the new president of Ukraine. In a phone conversation in July, apparently, and we don't yet know all the details, Donald Trump asked the Ukrainian leader to investigate so-called corruption that may have involved Joe Biden, among others. Mr. Trump says he did this because he doesn't want to send over billions of dollars in military aid to Ukraine if it is a corrupt country. Now, the Trump haters are saying that Donald Trump misused his office by asking the Ukrainian president to investigate corruption in Joe Biden. The crescendo of indignation is very loud. And now the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, says she will open an inquiry into possible impeachment of Donald Trump. This is a sleight of hand. You have to have a vote on the House floor to have an inquiry. Mrs. Pelosi cannot do it by fiat. However, the hate Trump press and extreme Democrats like Ocasio-Cortez and others are putting so much pressure on Nancy Pelosi that she caved in. All of this will probably peter out because the president says he will release the entire transcript of the phone call with the Ukrainian president. That's going to lead to a firestorm no matter what is said, but it certainly doesn't look like there's an impeachable offense here. At this point, the Senate would never convict Donald Trump of high crimes and misdemeanors, so this whole thing is a political exercise. And that's the O'Reilly message. As mentioned, the United States of Trump is out. We posted an excerpt on BillO'Reilly.com. Hope you like it. Up next, something you might not know. My friend Glenn Beck launched realestateagentsitrust.com for a very simple reason: to help you sell your home for top dollar as quickly as possible. His team quickly realized there are three keys to success. One, selling or buying a home is a very complicated process and difficult to navigate, so choose agents with a long track record of success. No part-time or inexperienced agents in their network. Two, market value for your home cannot be calculated using computer models. It takes years of expertise to evaluate your market and to price your home to sell quickly for top dollar. Beck's agents are experts in your neighborhood. And three, home sellers most genuinely like the agent they choose to trust their home to. That's why we select agents who are fans like you. They do business like you, and they share your values. realestateagentsitrust.com was started to help you buy or sell your home fast. Get moving with realestateagentsitrust.com, realestateagentsitrust.com. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. The restaurant industry thriving in the USA, according to the National Restaurant Association. There are more than 1 million locations operating across the country, projected to generate $860 billion just this year. However, the vast majority of American meals are prepared at home. So, what are our favorite in-house meals? The cooking website Porch.com analyzed thousands of Instagram posts to determine the most popular home-cooked creations. Here are some of the results. We'll start in the Northeast. Maine, known for lobster, so it's no surprise the crustacean is the most popular home-cooked dish in that state. Marylanders enjoy crab cakes, while Massachusetts residents prefer white clam chowder. In Connecticut, Sunday tomato sauce takes top honors because of the state's large Italian-American population. Rhode Island has a surprising favorite, pad thai. New Yorkers, they're making ceviche. Going south, comfort food on the menu. Shrimp and grits are the favorite in North Carolina. Georgians are cooking okra. Alabamans love biscuits. Fried chicken, the favorite in two southern states, Mississippi and, of course, Kentucky. The biggest surprise from Dixie, South Carolina, where the berry smoothie bowl has become a favorite. Wow. Moving west, wild game, the most popular home-cooked meal in Texas. But in landlocked Oklahoma, they prefer scallops. Bet you didn't know that. A few surprises in the heartland. Kansas, folks prefer tofu these days. Japanese miso soup in Montana. Kale soup in Colorado. In the Southwest, the influence from south of the border is being felt. In New Mexico, tacos are the home-cooked favorite, while the torta, a traditional pork sandwich from Mexico, is preferred in Arizona. To the Pacific Coast, where folks in Washington are making rice cakes. In Oregon, they prefer an American classic, chicken pot pie. Finally, a big surprise in very liberal California, grilled steaks, the most popular home-cooked meal in that state. We'll be right back. The Amazon Capital One data breach just hit. 106 million of us just had our names, home addresses, banking information exposed. Forget credit card theft. Your far greater risk is home title fraud. Title fraud is rampant because identity thieves figured out the title and mortgage to our homes are kept online. Their big payday comes by forging your name off your home's title. So it appears they own your home. Then they borrow all your equity till it's gone. Forget your insurance, bank, or identity theft program. They don't touch this. Home Title Lock does. And they do it by locking down your home's online title and mortgage. The first 60 days after crimes like the Amazon server Capital One breach are crucial. So I got you 60 risk-free days of Home Title Lock protection. Claim your 60 risk-free days at HomeTitleLock.com and enter your home address to see if you're already a victim. That's HomeTitleLock.com, HomeTitleLock.com. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.